me a cue.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Welcome back to Yoga Express. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. My name is Banu. I'm your host for this program. Once again, we have an amazing guest teacher right here with us on the mat to my immediate left. Today we will reintroduce Andy Cole before I introduce our other participants and the crew as well. Because Andy, I feel indebted to you for taking us through that amazing workout in the last episode. I think Josiane and Jacqueline will agree.
Oh, yes.
It felt really amazing, especially
Good.
the final twist. Andy is an advanced yoga teacher, teaches probably have a very intense personal practice for whatever personal reasons.
Sure.
We're going to have you get into that.
We'll work on that today.
Yeah, but no advanced postures. No, but you promised, and I know you keep your promise. So you promised to take us through some simple postures.
Yes.
Before we move on, our viewers already know a little bit about you. Is there anything else that you might want to add to them, or you want to give them some tips? You can go directly to my camera right in front and share with them, or you could do
Sure.
it at the end of the show.
Yeah, I mean, you can always email me. I love to hear about stories, how people come into yoga. For me, it's a physical thing. So I love to hear what other people go through with their journey.
That's right.
And you can reach me at andyko, and that's ANDYKO, yoga@gmail.com.
Okay, great. So remember, send Andy your feedback. If you like what you saw on air, you're more than welcome to come stretch with him. And Josiane, am I looking at that camera, Sergio? I thought this was mine, but that doesn't matter. Our viewers know we're talking to them, right? I couldn't be just talking to the camera. So, without much ado, did I acknowledge our crew? Yes, I did. Sergio, Vita, Audrey, and Sophie, thank you for hanging around with us, putting up with us for one more episode. And Ryan Stillwagon, thank you so much for the beautiful setup. Andy, what
Yes.
do you have in store for us today?
So I have two more misconceptions of yoga that I kind of want to talk about
Sure.
today.
Okay.
I know we talked about yoga for everyone last week.
Right.
So today I want to talk about some people. I have students that would come and say, "Oh, yoga is so easy. It's just stretching, isn't it?
It's boring.
It's a girl sports." I know. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, I challenge you to come to a class
Right.
and experience and see what it's like. And then there's also other students would say, "Oh, yoga's not for me because I don't look anything like those people on TV or a poster."
Hey, I'm a living example. Who cares?
Right, so it's like we should never compare ourselves to like
Right.
the TV or what's on the magazines. So it's like feeling about your body, how it feels, and then it's all about like internal connecting your breath and just be happy with where you are and work towards your goal, whether it's flexibility or strength.
Right.
So
I
those-
love that you brought three very important things into perspective. You talked about breath,
Yeah.
connecting with the inner self,
Very important.
and it's about feeling good. It's
Yeah.
not just about looking good.
Right,
Like,
absolutely.
I could go to a gym and get a fantastic workout.
Right.
Even at 60, I'm sure I can develop some kind of muscle if
I
go
see
to
it
the
there.
gym. But I'm not sure I want to do that because, that we come to a point in our lives where we want to feel good.
Right.
Right?
And
It's
what's
so
right for your
important.
body
What's
at
right
that
for your
moment.
body, which is why I loved your previous episode, and I'm sure you have something fantastic today. So
Yep.
we're all yours.
Okay, so I thought about after doing a little bit of gentle sequence last week, we can do something that can be challenging as well for those that thought yoga is just about stretching.
Right.
And then we have variations, so based on what your current flexibility and fitness level, so we could do that.
Great.
All right.
All right.
So
we are
let's
ready.
come into child pose first.
Oh, I love that.
My favorites as well.
Yes, right.
So just enjoy the breath. And start to acknowledge your breath and notice it. And don't try to force anything. And then see if you can breathe into your shoulders and your back. And really breathe into your chest. I'm going to stay here for a few more breaths. And next you're going to see if you can breathe into your belly. And press down and see if you feel a sensation in your lower back. And that should give you a little bit more strength, a little bit more length in your lower back. And just let everything go. And this is your time and your space.
What a great moment to enjoy that music. Cesar de Para, thank you for that wonderful music.
It's excellent music. And then once you're ready, we're going to come into our tabletop. So shoulders above your ankles and your hips directly above your knees. And we're going to do a couple rounds with cat and cow just to warm up our spines.
I'm
Inhale.
curious.
Yeah.
Why do they call it cat and cow? It's either going to be cat or cow.
Well, I guess it looks like it, but my cat doesn't look like a cat or cow.
My cat does that. As we have flexibility.
Yeah, I don't have flexibility like a cat or a cow.
No worries. I'll take you at your
Okay.
word.
She put a leg up right up to the ears. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Okay. So inhale, we're gonna lower your belly and lift your chest and gaze up. Exhale, we're gonna slowly round your spine. Push the floor away. Really exhale. Get everything out of your belly. Inhale, we're gonna lower your belly, lift your chest, turn your gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. Push the floor away. One more time. Inhale, lower your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine into your cat pose. Inhale, you're gonna come into your neutral spine. You're gonna tuck your toes behind you and press yourself up into downward facing dog. So it's still relatively early in the morning. You can pedal out your feet. Maybe bend your right knee and try to extend your left leg. Sorry, excuse me. And then switch, and then bend your left leg and extend your right. And notice how that feels in your body. And then we're gonna come back to downward facing dog in your stillness. Inhale, we're gonna slowly come forward into your plank pose.
My least favorite.
And exhale, gonna lower your knees and then send your hips toward your heels and come to child pose. Inhale, you're gonna look between your hands and then you're gonna bend your elbow and slowly shift forward and come to your low cobra. Exhale, we're gonna press yourself back to downward facing dog. And we're gonna do that sequence twice more just to warm up our spine. Inhale, come forward to your plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees and your hips, child pose. Inhale, look where you're going. Shift forward and come to your low cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Exhale, lower your knees and come into your child pose. Hips toward your heels. Inhale, look forward where you're going. You're gonna come forward, shift forward into your low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So a lot of times students would say to me, my heels don't touch the floor, and assuming that's one of your pros that you have to, that's how it has to be. So one way that you can mediate that, you can bend your knees gently and then get your hips to be a little bit higher. So that's kind of the goal of a downward facing dog, is to find the length in your spine.
1 second, I'm going to have to tuck this in.
Wardrobe malfunction early.
That's right.
So when you're ready, let's all come back to downward facing dog. From here, you're gonna slowly walk your feet forward.
I think I was looking for an excuse to get out of the plank. No,
Come
that's
on, it's
tough,
not that
actually.
bad, is it?
It's actually tough. I know as a woman, I don't have much arm strength, but I am sure I can build it.
Yeah.
Still have another 20 years.
Keep a micro bend on your knee so that doesn't take too much onto your lower back. And just grab opposite elbow and sway side to side. And just let everything go. Release your neck. And then maybe bend, extend your right leg and bend your left knee. And switch side. Extend your left leg and bend your right knee. Gently come back to center. Release your hands. With your knees gently bent, micro bend, slowly roll yourself up. Okay, so we're gonna start flowing with our sequence. Bring your feet together. Palm arms in front of your heart center. Inhale, you're gonna send your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back.
Right wardrobe malfunction, as Andy would say.
We need a little tape. And then left foot back, downward facing dog. You're gonna stay here for 3 breaths. Take a deep, long inhale for 1. Take a long, deep exhale for 2. Inhale for 2, excuse me. One last time, take a deep, long inhale. In your next inhale, you're gonna step the right foot forward into low lunge. Inhale, find a little space and lengthen your spine.
It's back
More
knee
wardrobe.
up.
And then go lower your left knee down. And then come into your Anjaneyasana. This is a crescent lunge. Extend your arms overhead. So for today, a variation would we're gonna interlace our fingers behind you. So bring your hands into your fist, and then draw your shoulders down, and give your shoulders a little bit additional stretch. And you can lean back and look up. Take a deep, long inhale. Long, deep exhale. Inhale, you're gonna extend your both arms overhead. Exhale, you're gonna twist your left arm towards your right. And so you're gonna come into a spinal twist. Bring your palms together. And you can stay just as you are if you're comfortable. Or for additional challenge, you can tuck your back toes and lift your back leg. I'm gonna
I'm
stay
waiting for someone else.
3 more breaths. Take a deep,
That's
long
tough.
inhale. It is. Well, something for everyone. Something different.
Yeah, that's true.
Take a 1 long, deep inhale. Long, deep exhale. Slowly come back to center. We're gonna all meet back in high lunge. So in high lunge, our back thigh is lifted.
All right, this old lady needs a hand. High lunge.
Take as long as you need, and then you're gonna exhale, open out to warrior 2.
Nice.
So your right thigh, your right knee directly above your right ankle. Inhale, you're gonna flip your front palm and lean back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, you're gonna reach forward and come to extended side angle. So your right arm can be onto your right thigh, or you can lower your right arm onto the floor. Left arm's extended to the front of the room. Take 1 deep, long inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, we're gonna come back to warrior 2. Inhale, gonna extend your front leg, lean back
Ooh,
to
I can
reverse
feel
triangle.
my thigh burn.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
challenging, right?
Just holding the postures, you're right. You're right about
It's
that.
not just stretching for girls.
Exactly.
Exhale, I'm gonna reach your right arm forward, right hip back, and you're gonna come into triangle pose. Take 1 deep, long inhale. Long, deep exhale. Slowly, you're gonna come back to your warrior 2 with your right knee bent. So we're gonna do that whole sequence together. Inhale, lift your front palm, peaceful warrior. Exhale, reach forward, extend the side angle. Inhale, you're gonna come into your reverse triangle with your right leg extended, lean back. Exhale, you're gonna reach your right arm forward, right hip back, triangle pose. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, you're gonna cartwheel your hands down and step your right foot back to plank pose. And you can go through any kind of vinyasa flow that you like. You can lower all the way down or halfway down. So you can lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale to low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog.
I can't get up when I'm saying the cobra. I don't know why. I have a hard time to get up when I get from the cobra.
Oh, we can work on that.
Yeah.
So
Something wrong there.
stay here for 2 more breaths. Take 1 more long, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, step the left foot forward between your hands to low lunge.
Now I've been warned, so I know what's happening.
Yep.
Okay.
Now second side. Inhale just to lengthen your spine. Exhale, you're gonna slowly lower your right knee down. And then you're gonna bring your hands onto your thigh for Anjaneyasana. Inhale, extend both arms up overhead. Exhale, you're gonna interlace your fingers behind you. Bring your hands into your fist and lean back. and gaze over the sky. Take one deep, long inhale. Long, deep exhale. Inhale, both arms overhead.
I was teaching in India last year.
Exhale,
this
twist to the
time.
left. Yeah.
And every time
Right
they
or
put their
the right?
chest right,
To the-
right.
Yep. Twist to your left.
Every time they put their chest
Yeah.
up, they do ha.
Oh, that's
Sort of like-
interesting.
It's hard to hold it, right? So they say release.
Oh, it is harder to hold.
It's tough.
So one more breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale, we're gonna all meet back in high lunge. Right thigh up, lift it up. Exhale, we're gonna open it to your right. Warrior two.
Oh.
Left knee over your ankles
it's
if you
the
can.
other knee.
This one.
Your other left.
The other.
This one.
Or other right.
Okay.
So inhale, flip your front palm, lean back, peaceful warrior. Find a little stretch on your right side body. Exhale, you're gonna reach forward. Your left arm can be on your left thigh or onto the mat for extended side angle. Your right arm can reach forward. Inhale, come back to center, come back to warrior two. And extend your left leg and lean back to reverse triangle. Find space onto your left side torso body. Exhale, reach your left arm forward, lift hip back, and lower your arms either onto your shin or onto the mat for a triangle pose. Take one deep, long inhale. Long, deep exhale. Inhale, rebend the front knee and come back to warrior two. So we can do that all together once again. One breath, one movement. Inhale, flip your foot palm. And then lean back, peaceful warrior.
The other way.
Exhale, come forward. Take a side angle. Right arm overhead. Reach forward. Nope, it's okay. Inhale, reverse triangle. Extend your left leg. Lean back. Find space onto your left side torso body. Exhale, reach your left arm forward. Left hip back. Triangle pose. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Come back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Left foot back, plank pose. So you can go through knee, chest, chins just like we did before. For additional challenge, you can bend your elbows halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana, and then come up into
I've been
upward
practicing that
facing
for
dog.
2 years. That's not happening.
It will happen one day. Exhale, downward facing dog.
I've heard of this 90-year-old yoga teacher. And I'm surprised, but she's been practicing a long time. But she's able to do the postures so well.
Wow,
Hope I
maybe
can
she's
do it
been
by the
doing it
time-
very long.
I don't know. By the time I'm 90, I hope to be able to do that.
Me too. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, and then left foot meets the right. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, we're gonna come into your chair pose. Arms next to your ears if you can. Bend your knees. Take one deep, long inhale. Exhale, extend your front leg. Tadasana, mountain pose. See, that was a
Ooh.
challenging
That was. No, it was
sequence.
good though.
It's very warming.
It's warming, and it actually, I don't know, I'm going to get Jacqueline and Josiane as well to give their feedback, but I can actually feel my sweat.
Me too.
It's
I
not-
feel it.
Oh, good to know I'm not alone. It is quite a bit of a workout, and I know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you mean about yoga not necessarily
Right,
being
just
only for girls,
stretching. It's
right?
not. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's-
What do you think,
No,
Jacqueline?
I think that it is it's stretching, but it's also strengthening.
Yes.
Strengthening
Yeah,
and
and
stretching.
And stretching at the same
You
time.
can feel your just
Yeah, you're lengthening.
Right.
Yeah, and building strength, and then focusing on your breath.
Is that
Yes.
the workout?
So we
Do
have
hear
a little bit
Oh,
more.
I'm sorry.
So we're gonna
okay.
start to cool down, but
Okay.
we're gonna open your legs out. So I'm just gonna stack ourselves,
Okay.
and then you're gonna slowly bring your palms into front of your heart, and then lower down into your squat pose. Malasana, your yogi squat.
Squatty. What is that? Potty squat.
Yogi squat.
Yogi squat.
So press your elbows into your thigh into your elbows to open up your hips. Lengthen your chest and deep breath. So for experience or someone advanced wants to come into a crow pose, they can go ahead or stay just as we are.
Nope.
Mm.
I'll stay here.
And then we're gonna slowly walk our hands forward, and then I'm gonna roll behind you. Come back into your boat pose. Just gently lower your butt.
Maybe you should. Oh, like you did this.
You
Oh,
can
I
do
love
that.
that,
Or you can
yes.
bend your knees. Or take your hands behind your thighs.
Yeah, I think that helps.
Take a long, deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to lower down halfway.
Oh, you're killing us, Andy.
Inhale, come back up.
Oh, that's
We're
good.
going to do that twice more. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, come back to boat pose. One last time. Inhale to lower. Exhale, come back up. Take one deep, long inhale. Exhale, go come all the way down.
Maybe we'll have our heads to the camera.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll just come
So
this
let's
way.
swing ours over. So we're gonna start to cool down now. We're gonna bring your feet onto the floor.
I want to,
Just a little spinal
down?
twist.
I want to do my thing on
No, whatever works. It's fine if you don't take it out.
And then cross your right
Keeping it on.
and
And
go
then
over your
version
left
of it.
knee. And then you're gonna slowly allow your left thigh move onto the right. And for a stretch, spinal twist onto your left side. And you can keep your left arm just as you are, or come into cactus arm for a little bit more stretch onto your pecs.
This is cactus. Yep.
I know, it never looked like a cactus to me before. Take one more deep, long inhale. Deep
That
exhale.
one is stretched, huh? The left one is stretched, right? Or straight?
Your left knee is onto the floor. So let's place both our feet again. We're gonna switch foot. Bring your left ankle over the top of your right knee. And then you're gonna slowly allow yourself to shift to the left. And then your arms, you can take a cactus arm if you like, or you can place your hands onto your belly. And just breathe into the space that's calling out to you. And say hello to, what's his name again?
Oscar.
Oscar?
Oscar. Oh yeah, that's right. Josiane named him Oscar. But if it's supposed to be me, I have to give a girly name. But Oscar sounds nice.
It looks like an Oscar to me.
I like the glasses.
That's me.
Oh. Inhale, come back to center.
I'm the turtle.
I like it.
Old, fat, and blind.
Not true at all. I'm gonna hug our knees toward your chest. And then just rock a little side to side.
This actually feels amazing, Andy.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
feels good.
good.
It's very good.
You can do this all day in front of
I
the
know.
TV.
That's right.
Or with Oscar. Every
With us,
morning.
That's right.
And then lower your feet onto the floor. And then this is our final Shavasana pose, or does anyone have any specific request that they want to work on their
No,
body?
you can take us through the Yoga Nidra if you have that. We have five.
Oh,
We have
5
5
minutes.
minutes. You know what? Do you mind before we go into Shavasana, because we'll be totally zenned out?
Okay.
I want to share, because we have 5 full minutes.
Yes,
We have a
please.
luxurious 5 minutes. I'd like us, if we can come up to sitting, I wanted to share something called Super Brain Yoga.
Oh yeah.
And I
You
actually
talked about it
promised
last
that
week.
2 weeks ago actually, and I promised that. It's totally escaped my mind. So, but we may have to come standing up, because then you can talk us through 2 minutes of Yoga Nidra.
Oh,
The Shavasana, basically whatever
okay.
people send us there.
Sure.
But just at 2 minutes. I want our viewers to join us in this one. We're going to stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, stand up. It's actually a very simple technique, and actually all the TV stations here in New York covered it several years ago. I've been using it in my classes since. We hold on to the opposite earlobe. So the first 2 fingers in the right hand and first 2 fingers in the left hand, hold on to your opposite earlobes, and you can have either hand on the top, that's fine. Keep your feet hip width apart. It's a very simple, we actually use it, you know how you have the push-ups over here as a form of punishment? This is
That's
what
not
we do.
punishment.
Well, sort of, give me 5, like in the army
Sure,
thing, give me
okay.
5, that
I
kind
understand
of push-up.
now. Yep.
This one is the Indian kind of punishment. If
Oh.
you did something wrong, my dad would ask my brother, if he didn't wash his hands, he had to do this. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to inhale as we go down. Down. Exhale, come up. A few more. Apparently, what's happening is when you hold on to the acupuncture points in these opposite earlobes, left earlobe energizes the right side of the brain, which is the artistic side.
Oh.
And the right
I need to
earlobe
do one of
energizes the
these.
left side, which is the logical side, the reasoning side. And students, apparently, Master Choa Koksui, he's a Tibetan monk who has been teaching in New Delhi.
Okay.
He's been teaching young students at middle school who had C grades. And after 6 months, I think this is close to the facts. After 6 months of doing this,
Okay.
just this,
How
for
many
about
times?
an hour every day.
An
every
hour?
day. An hour every
every
day.
day?
Their grade shot up to an A.
I
I'm
feel
not
like I lost
promoting
time to
Master
make
Choa
up.
Koksui, but honestly, I can believe it. Because apparently, here's what's happening. It works the knees. It's
Okay.
working your quads.
Yeah.
It's working the back because you got to hold up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
building your lungs, so kind of a chest opener
Yep.
as well. And it's activating the acupuncture points. I had to throw that in because
Does
I
it
totally
have to be
forgot.
crossed?
It doesn't have to.
Oh,
You can
okay.
hold it this way too.
Oh, I did this a lot when I was a kid.
There
being
you go.
punished.
Okay, so exactly. You have
Yes.
that punishment too?
Yep.
Where did you grow up?
In Hong Kong, in Asia. So this is what we
Ah.
used to do.
Okay, so
Me
that
and my
must
brother
be a very Asian
facing the
thing,
wall.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
We didn't get any
All
smarter.
parents knew. Okay. Sergio says we have 2 minutes, so we're going to come down in
Okay.
Yoga Nidra in Shavasana
Okay,
if you
so
want
let's
to
come
just
into
help us
Shavasana.
relax.
Sure.
So folks at home, try Super Brain Yoga. You might get an A+ at your next exam. Thank you to our amazing team, Sergio, Vita, Audrey, and Sophie, and thanks to Jacqueline and Josiane. Feel free, you can sit up and take us
Okay.
through the
Sure.
sleep.
So let's come into Shavasana pose.
Can I sit
just
in there like this?
you can.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's more comfortable for me.
Oh, is
Do
everyone
that
sit-
just.
Oh, we can sit and sleep.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Okay. So close our eyes.
So close your eyes when you're ready, and just bring awareness to your breath. So you can gently slow down your breath. Maybe lengthen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Notice any sensations in your body, the temperature of the room, and just the air brushing against your arms. Bring your awareness towards inside and notice your body temperature. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Imagine there's a warmth slowly traveling down your spine. And notice the warmth radiating from your inside through your outer, through your skin, warming up your whole body. Imagine this warmth is bringing you energy through your breath, through your nose.